Hey, Scrapbook friends, it's Nicole, and I'm here for week 72 of Theme Park Thursday. And once again, just like last week, I was super tempted to take the week off. You know, when I first started this series, I wasn't sure that I was going to be able to pull off every single Thursday. But we've made it to 72 weeks, or 71 before I filmed this, and I just thought, I've got to do it. So life is crazy. The scrapbook room is not together, will not be together for a while. I have a retreat that starts today. I had a crop last weekend. My taxes aren't done. You know, my family still needs to eat. Laundry still has to be done. I mean, life is crazy, but I'm really glad that I was able to squeeze in a little bit of time to come do this video. Actually, when I'm stressed out, when life is overwhelming to me sometimes, scrapbooking for myself is just what I need. You know, I spend a lot of time scrapbooking for other people, or, you know, prepping for my retreat, or, you know, doing demos or samples, or, you know, things for CM or whoever, which I love doing all of that. But scrapbooking for myself is what brings me joy and refills my bucket. So I'm glad that I was forced to step back from the 400 other things on my to-do list to create this layout. And I hope that you will enjoy watching it as much as I enjoyed putting it together. All right, here we go with 4 pictures of Katie at the Frontierland shooting gallery. So this has been one of my husband's especially favorite things at Disney, especially now that it's free. You used to have to pay for it. I don't know, you have to put money in here, but for years it's just been like free. You can just go shoot at these little targets, and every time you hit a target, it does something fun. So I've got these 4, let's see, I'm trying to avoid the light. My scrapbook room is still in chaos. But here we are. So I've got 4 photos, and they're all vertical. Do they all need to be, like, I could probably cut off some of it. I like this one kind of the best, the closest up one. I mean, I definitely think these could be cropped down. And I thought that what would be really fun to do would be to use the Wide Open Places paper. This was a collection from a couple of years ago that's kind of westerny, and it just feels like it matches this Old West style of, like, the little Frontierland shooting gallery. So it works for Frontierland. And truthfully, what else am I ever going to use this for? Although now that I mention that, I'm like, oh wait, we did drive through Texas and do some stuff. So when I ever get to my 2021 pictures, that I will have some stuff to scrapbook that I will definitely want this. So I've got these laser, this little guy was caught. I've got these laser borders that are kind of westerny. I kind of like this wagon wheel one, or maybe this one. I want to save the boots for something else. I think I want to save that one for something else. I don't need the wheat. I don't need the fence. That's more wheat. I don't know what those little guys are. Wagon wheels, this. And I actually was thinking, you know, I just did an album flip through of my Puerto Vallarta album, and there's a layout in there that I did using only photo mats. I just use it on beige cardstock. And I have tons of mats from this pack. And I thought maybe I could do something with mats, just using the mats. Maybe I'll use a piece of paper and then the mats on top of it. Let's see, I think there's a piece of, like, bandana paper. Oh yeah, there is, because I used it for here. But I don't know if that's what I want. Oh, it looks like I did some pre-made layouts. This might have been the project recipe, Wide Open Places project recipe. I don't know why I have this much paper for a paper pack that doesn't really match anything I have to scrapbook. I mean, it's not like I live on a ranch or anything. Although my husband did tell me that 2 people have come up to him recently and said he looks like some guy on the show Yellowstone, which we have not watched, but maybe we need to. Yeah, lots of these papers, but I think none of them really work for what this one maybe could work, but I think maybe I'm going to try this paper and possibly something with this, although I don't really think so. I think I want to use the mats. So I've, of course, hidden them under here. So what I did with that layout in the Puerto Vallarta album is that I just kind of started with the mats first and played around with those. And then I made my pictures work. So let's see. I don't think I need to use all of the big ones. I maybe like that one. And I have a retreat this weekend, and starts on Thursday actually, so I'm filming this a little bit ahead, but I wanted to do this for you. This layout. I like these little saloon door journal boxes. That's fun. Oh, there's that same piece. I could even use that. There's not much contrast though here. I don't know that I love that. And it's 4.5 by 6.5, so you know, I could trim that down, except like I say, no, not very much contrast. I wouldn't mind. I mean, this one I can't really use because of the way that works. This one, again, I mean, I can cover up that and I'll just have to trim it. That one's not so bad. It has more contrast with the base page. So what if we did, all right, let's see what some of these have words. I like that one. Yeah, some of these are too, they're not the shooting gallery for sure. And I don't know if it's shooting or probably shooting, but in my head it's always shooting. The shooting gallery out here in the ye old Wild West. All right, there's that piece and that piece. They all have the solid side, which is nice. You know, there's the same piece, but I don't really want to cut across. Maybe I'll use that as my journal box. So I could cut this down. Oh, wait, I guess both of these have this is almost the same picture, if not exactly. Well, no, it's not quite exactly the same picture, but it's so close as to basically be the same picture. This one has like a little green light I can see, and that one doesn't have it, but I think basically that's the same picture. So we'll just do 3, and that makes it a lot easier to do a layout. If I cut these down, have I done something at this triangle-y thing before? Maybe I have. I think I still want to cut that down. The wagon wheels over here. I'm not sure that this red paper is actually what I want. Maybe I want some of that. Maybe I want some of this. Or the stripe. Or what's on the back of this cow paper that you guys can't see? Sorry. Oh, this one's rope. That maybe could work. It gives me some of that background. And frankly, I just need to use up some of this stuff. So if I trim this guy down, I could just trim off the, there's like a little 1/4 inch edge, which still give me that bandana look. Yeah, I don't think I like it for this one. And I might not like it for this one because of the same reason. When it cuts too much of the design, I don't hate that design. Yeah, I don't like that. Maybe it is the rope after all. I just cut the bandana down and put it on the rope. And really I should cut out, gut out the center to make my book not too thick. You think Creative Memories would give us a rifle punch if I wrote it in, or is that too risky? All right. I don't really, that's got all that, so I could cut, All right, let's trim this guy down. And I'm sorry again about the light, the glare from on the photos, but I will turn it off at the end so you can see what, you know, what we're looking at. So I'm just going to cut this, I don't know what size I'm cutting it. I'm just going to cut off some of the parts that I feel like are not, oh, what if I did 3x4? That's 3x4. This one, she'd probably appreciate me cutting off her backside. Sorry. I will get the camera situation squared away. I think I want to leave this though, because I want to be able to talk about how you used to have to be able to pay. I like that it says boot haul. Boot haul. I don't know. But it looks like a boot haul to me. Come on. Anyway, I don't know what it is. This is going to be on the right side of the page because last week we did the entry into Adventureland, which now that I think about it, I might be out of order because this is in Frontierland. But I mean, when I organized my photos in my little thing way back at the beginning in episode 0, I mean, I tracked them. So I think we must have stopped and got our picture taken and then went and, you know, went to the shooting gallery. All right, we could do this. And then I could put this little saloon door down here as a little journal box. What other embellishments? Oh, I've got these laser mats. I don't know if any of these work. And especially because they're sized for 4x6, but because these are digital photos, they're not 4x6. They're 4x5 point whatever. So those are not going to work, but these are kind of fun. And I'm not really good at using these fancy borders, probably because they often don't fit my photos. I like that. Life is tough, my darling, but so are you. I like that a lot. Let's go on an adventure. Did we not just use that practically for the other page? Wanted for being too cute. I don't think that's going to work. Homegrown happy trails. Oh, I kind of like this one. It's kind of sheriffy. That could kind of go on the bottom. If I do this up here, and then this one. Yeah, see, I can't use the flower because, I mean, I guess I could almost use the flower, but I'm not a flower person. I do these two together. Kind of don't crop down either one of them. And then just use this one here. Crop that down, that mat down a little bit. I could cut this way. I might need something different then for this one. And then put the little swinging doors with the journaling. I'd have to do it on that side because it overlaps. It's the same, or I guess I could use this up here. Oh, I think I like that one better anyway. I maybe need a different mat than this other wood. No. This is kind of that steel plate stuff. That's not it. That's what I want. Maybe. And I'm kind of defeating the purpose by just using the mats as mats and not using them as my only layout. By having other pieces, you know. I could do something like this. If only this went that way, that would have been just right. But it doesn't. I mean, I could put this, on here. I think I want these to not be on top of each other. Do something like that. I don't want it to look too much like the other layout, so I want to kind of keep these off to the side. And maybe I will crop this down a little bit more. And put my little page. Okay, I'm going to cut this in half. And I guess it doesn't matter which side I use. I like that they, all right, so this is 6.5, so 3.25. I like that they did it so you could, you know, use them either way. There's kind of a space at the top and bottom, so either way it works. I wonder where the full piece of that mat is. I think it was on the back of something that I liked, so I didn't want to use it. Goodness sakes. Oh, look at those saloon swinging doors. Those are really cute. But I'm going to save those for something else. I don't know what. When we went out to Utah and we drove down through like the little corner of Arizona, maybe New Mexico. I can't remember which states touched down there. But we went to this place. We went to Valley of the Gods, which was really awesome. I mostly wanted to go there because they filmed a Doctor Who episode there once, but it was really amazing. And my family all enjoyed it, even though they don't watch Doctor Who. And as we were driving through, we came out to get gas and found this place that's the home of the swinging steak. So I'm kind of excited to be able to scrapbook that. All right. I don't know where the one that's the other side of this, you know, the other kind of that distressed metal, although I'm sure that we saw it. But I can make it work with that one. I'll just have to creatively crop. All right, it's probably over here in this pile, but oh yeah, the scrapbook room is a disaster. And I just don't have time to work on it because of my retreat this weekend. Okay, I'm gonna cut off this little 1/4-inch border. So it's gonna go like right up to the edge of that, and not, you know, not maybe perfect, but I think it'll be all right. But that gives me a space to have that rope paper behind it. And I don't really care about this paper. Like, I don't feel like I need to save it because I've got so much of this and my goal is to use things up. But I just for the sake of the thickness of my page, I'm gonna go ahead and do a 1-inch frame, which hopefully you guys know how to do. I think I've done it enough where you put it on the 1-inch line and then you start, you know, you put your housing on the 2 and then you take your housing all the way down to just the edge of the paper and we just go around. So if I have not taught this, or you need a refresher, or you feel like I need to do a separate video just on how to do the 1-inch frame, I'm happy to do that. I might have done it on my 12-inch trimmer video, but that was several years ago. It's probably time for me to do a new demo on the 12-inch trimmer. All right. I have one table set up in my, I don't want to call it a construction zone because it's not a construction zone, but creative chaos zone. Oh, I forgot this is the one I broke the little thing is broken in there, and so this tape runner is on its last legs. And thank you to those of you who commented last week that Kim Spillman has a video. Kim and I are great friends. I've known Kim for over 20 years. We were Army wives together at Fort Bragg in North Carolina. And apparently she has a video where she shows how to fix one of those jammed tape runners. So I have not had a chance to watch it, but it is on my list of things to do because then she can save the day for me and salvage that, that tape. All right. So that's okay. You think that's all right? Does that look okay to you with the rope? So we'll do that. And then this is like my focal point photo. Oh, I probably need some repo. Oh, if I'm gonna use stickers, I won't need repo. So I kind of liked having it a little bit like off center, but I kind of can't because I have to cover up the photo mat. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna trim off a smidge of this piece. So it'll still be a little bit longer at the bottom on purpose. And yeah, my new camera setup is, in order for me to get the camera high enough to see the whole page, it's farther back. So I have to learn to work farther back. So like I say, temporary setup, temporary workspace. I'm not sure how I feel about this. It's just like contact paper. You can see where the seam is. But my other table was really old and beat up, and I took the mats off so I could move everything. So yes, somebody commented last time, new table. And it's the same old table. It's just, all my stuff is taken off. So we'll do this one. And I think I'm gonna, I don't know if I'm gonna cut this one down yet. What do you think? That the other wood? It needs something. Do I not touch them? It needs something else. Here's denim. Oh, but I cut my piece. My picture is really small. So I can, I could use this one. I think I will use that one. It needs something else around it is all. Oh, you know, I could use the wood. I mean, the rope. Can't tell if it goes in a certain direction. I could use that rope because I've got that rope paper that I cut out. Put that about right there. We'll do that. So I have another question for you. When you're scrapbooking, I'm about to cut this picture out of this paper. If this was Donna Guest, she would just cut a little L shape out of this paper. I always cut the whole piece and then cut the whole piece. What do you do? Do you guys, you know, just cut the L, or do you just cut the whole thing? For me, I don't like having random papers. I like having rectangle pieces of paper. I don't like having L's. And I feel like I could still use both of these pieces for something, but they'll just be easier for me to store. But sometimes when I watch other people and I see that they do that, I think, oh, that maybe is pretty smart. I also have some of this that obviously I pre-cut for something else. Maybe I was trying to do, you know, 4 squares in a layout. I have no idea what this was for because there's some random sizes. I don't really want to double map this one because it's not my focal point. This is my focal point right here. But I don't really want to use that green. So we're not going to do it. We'll just do this and this and this. Still do it like that, I guess. I'm kind of liking that configuration. And then a piece of, I do like this kind of ropey thing. I think it needs to go horizontally. So Debbie Martin taught me to cut my stickers apart before I stick them down, because even if I don't use it, I can stick this back in my folder. And of course it won't be quite this big because a lot of this is the outside edge, so. And yeah, I would ordinarily use my regular scissors, but the micro tips are the ones I can find. So I'll do this and this and this. Put this down along the bottom. Or maybe I want this along the top. Kind of overlapping that. I'm going to take this edge off so I can see better what it's going to look like. Oh, I just realized I don't have a trash can here. So once the retreat's over, then I should have some time next week to work on the scrapbook room. Somebody asked me the other day if I was done with my taxes yet. So haha, I am not done with my taxes. I have not begun my taxes, but that's a March task. Okay, this and this, I'm liking that. Where did the stickers go? Aha, I only pulled 2 of them out. That's the problem. No gun, no shooting gallery, no nothing. It's got the little wheel. I kind of like that, the windmill. It's not really farm though down here. This is more like a little Wild West mining town, Deadwood, Colorado or something. Oh, life is tough, my darling, but so are you. I'm totally using that because Katie is really tough. She is a heck of a girl. I like that. So now I just need something down here. I don't really, oh, I could use the skeleton head. I use that like right here. Maybe I do use that and I use the little windmill down there. I think that will work. Okay. Oh, where am I going to put the journaling? Doesn't quite fit here. I want to write how we used to have to pay and now we don't. Maybe move that up a little bit. Do it like that. Does that work? I don't like that as well as when it was just the 3 pieces. Or maybe I'll go like that. I'll just butt it up against that bottom of the picture and not the mat, and then that just kind of layers it all together. Okay, so the first thing that's going down is the picture because I want this to go over the top of that. And about, yeah, that's, well, there's kind of a pattern that I can position it against. Oh, how big is this thing? I want it to be right here. So this needs to be the edge right about there. Okay. And I think I'm going to want to put this on foam squares, but I don't know where any foam squares are. I think I'm going to line this mat up with the edge of that picture maybe. Oh, I got to see where this can go. Oh no, I can bring it farther down. I think I like it better farther down. Right about there. I'm going to journal on this before I stick it down. That'll be easier. Uh-oh, not straight. All right, now I'll put this sticker down. This would have been a good time to have my 13 by 13 inch mat, but it's not here. So I want that to just lay along the edge. And there's kind of a design on the paper that I can position this with. Once those stickers are down, they are down. That looks pretty straight. And then this one, like that, maybe. Maybe I want, oh, I was gonna put the windmill down there. Let's cut this guy out. What did I say, the wind, oh, the little skull, longhorn skull. All right, this guy down there, and kind of like the horseshoes, but I don't think they're gonna fit this page. And I'm sorry, because I know that the cutting is taking longer than it should, because these scissors are more for detail and not for big giant cutting. So it's interesting to me to see kind of how different it looks once you take the outside picture off. I mean, this looks fine, but then once you take this off, you see how much of the design stays on the sticker that I peeled off, and it looks better. Put that right there. I think I will have these touch each other, and then this guy can come down here. All right, so let me find a brown pen or a red pen and do some journaling, and I'll find some foam squares while I'm at it. Okay, so these are the pens I found. This one is a blast from the past. I probably bought this in 2002. I bet it still works. And then this one is a little bit more of a brown pen, and that might be better than the red. This red, it's a little bit red. So let's see what I can write on. I'd like to have something that's kind of the right color. This is a piece of picture. Oh, that might be it. The reds, I think, are going to be too red. Yeah, that one might be all right. Look, but that still works. Doesn't have a date in it. Too bad. That would be cool to see what year I bought that, but I know it was a while ago. Definitely in the early 2000s. That's too red. And this is even more red than that one, I think. So it's about the same. All right, I think we're going to use this kind of rusty brown. And I'm sure it has a name, and that one time I knew the name. I do wish Creative Memories would be like Crayola and write the name of their pens on the pens. I need to submit that as a suggestion. So, okay, I'm going to journal, and then I'll be right back. And I did find a very few little foam squares. Okay, speedy journaling. Used to have to pay at the shooting gallery in Frontierland, but now all the games are free, and we love to stop here. So I didn't necessarily have to do the we love to stop here, but I had a little extra space, so I wanted to fill in that little line. Yeah, I'm going to put that right up against there. And this one, yeah, I think I will still have them touch right there. And then I don't, this is the inside edge, so the little longhorn cattle skull is just going to be right here, not on foam squares. Same with the windmill. I started to call it a wheelbarrow. I know it's not a wheelbarrow, it's a windmill. The windmill. But this one I definitely want to have on foam squares. And they're the tiny ones, so I'm going to use a whole bunch of them. Somewhere I got that beautiful foam tape, which would be perfect for this. Oh, you know, I wish I've got that thing, that little de-stickifier, but I don't know where it is. You know what? Since you guys have stuck with me, I will do a quick little look around at the state of my scrapbook room. It is not a before, it's a during. I did not take a before, but I don't know. Before might have been worse than during, but during is pretty bad. You have a little sneak peek of what we're doing. And I am doing kind of videos as we go that I will compile it when it's all done to have and then I'll do a tour. But like I say, that could be weeks away because I can only do, you know, a few hours here and there. But next week for sure, I'll have some time to play in the new scrapbook room. And I'm having to move some things that I thought I had it set up exactly the way I wanted it, but then once I got this table set up, it doesn't work. So all right. Okay, all those are off. Life is tough, my darling, but so are you. Put this right there. hard to know exactly where I want it. I don't want to cover the cactus, but because it would be great right there. Kind of don't mind it there. Maybe I'll put it, I was going to put it up at the top, but maybe I'll put it right here, kind of cover her little backside, which I think she will appreciate. I know I would appreciate if it was me. There. Okay. Let's clean this up and I'll turn off the light and then we will see the finished product. Okay, so we're done and I really like it. It's, you know, I didn't even have any preconceptions about how this one was going to come together. I thought I had those 4 pictures. I knew I kind of wanted a focal point. I knew I wanted to use wide open places, but that's all I knew coming in. But I'm very pleased with how this has turned out. I love that I was able to use this paper pack that I've had for a while. I think it matches the theme of Frontierland very well. I love this title for Katie. I love the journaling, the saloon doors, all of it. I'm just very happy. I think this is going to be a great addition to my scrapbook. So this is week 72 of Theme Park Thursday. Appreciate all of you so much who have stuck with me throughout this series, who have given me suggestions, who I know have sometimes been sitting at home like yelling things at your screen, what you're trying to send ESP messages to me, and maybe I'm getting them. So lots of fun with this one. Next week, I believe we are to Festival of Fantasy, which is kind of a problem because it's a lot of pictures. If you remember from the other Festival of Fantasy parade, this is like the main reason we went to the Magic Kingdom this day. Oh, one of these has a Post-it note on it, I think. Oh no, maybe it's just Snow White skirt. So that's next week. So wish me luck. I'll be thinking about this while I'm at my retreat. See if I can have a direction to go, because with all the cutting and all the pictures, this one might be a doozy. So wish me luck for next week. But for this week, week 72, we are done. If you want to stay and have a very terrifying, mortifyingly embarrassing sneak peek of what chaos my scrapbook room looks like right now, stay tuned and I'll do that. And if not, I'll see you back here next week, Thursday, for another edition of Theme Park Thursday. All right, if you're ready, here we go. Scrapbookers don't judge, right? So here we go with the chaos that is my scrapbook room at the moment. So these are the stairs that come from my upstairs. There's my Ethernet cable because I don't get a good Wi-Fi signal down here. And then the piles begin. Piles of paper packs, piles of trash I haven't taken out, bags of stuff that will have a home. This is the stuff left over from last week's layout. This is a craft table I bought from somebody on Facebook Marketplace. I want to love it. So far, I don't love it. This is my scrap box that I bought from somebody on Facebook Marketplace. Wanted to love it. Don't love it. Still hope to love it. And then this wall back here used to have shelves, built-in shelves, but they didn't work for me. They were too small. So we knocked those all down. We painted. We pulled these, both of these Calax from other rooms in our house, and I thought it was going to be awesome. But then when I set up my table, I want to put it like in an L shape so I can have the, my work table and then this rolling table kind of in an L, and it's too narrow. So the room this way is longer than it is that way. And I used to have it so that this brown Calax was against that wall blocking the window, and I had my TV up there, whatever, and I thought I could just turn it 90 degrees. But now I had all of this on there. But now what I've decided I've got to do is I've got to take all of these, both of these, and turn them to this wall. And then I can put my table. So here's, my work in progress, boxes of stuff, today's layout, the monitor that I film myself on, and my current state of affairs. And this doesn't even include all the stuff that's stored in the room. So stay tuned to see what happens with the scrapbook room. But in any case, I will keep scrapbooking even amidst the chaos, and hopefully soon I'll have a finished room to show off to you. So thanks for staying to the end. I hope you felt like it was worth the extra 2 minutes of your time. All right, happy scrapbooking.